We are walking down the street in Mexico City.
I have an appointment to get my hair cut.
Yes, this one's getting his wig trimmed. I got mine done this morning. He did it. Look. How you like my hat? My new hat. Cipolite. Scott is in getting his haircut, so I'm just kind of walking around the neighborhood. We're in part of the Roma neighborhood, and one of the first things that we noticed when we stepped out today, it's a rather warm day. It's about 85 degrees in the city here. Nobody wears shorts in the city. I'm wearing shorts, and I think I've seen two other people of everybody that we've encountered wearing shorts, which I find extremely odd. It's obviously a cultural thing, but as you can see, it's just very rare, even on a very warm day. Almost everybody's wearing long pants. And something else interesting, a lot of jackets and hoodies in the middle of the day. I understand in the morning and the evenings because it does cool off. So we are at like 7,000 something feet here, so it cools off rather quickly once the sun goes down. And of course, we spent the last 3 months on the coast of Oaxaca. I think the last time I wore pants was probably on the airplane ride from Mexico City to Puerto Escondido to the coast. Until the airplane ride back to Mexico City, I didn't touch pants one time. Or for that matter, shirts that cover shoulders. We were either shirtless everywhere, or I wore a tank top occasionally, but mostly shirtless for the past really almost 3 months solid. We just arrived in Mexico City 2 days ago. We're kind of just getting used to it again here. We had spent a week here prior to going to the coast 3 months ago.
How many days in Mexico?
A while. We're Mexico City, and then we're going to Cipolite. It wasn't long enough, so that's why we're back now for a longer stay. So we can do more, see more. There's so much to do and see in the city. Another thing we found odd was when we arrived in Mexico City a couple days ago, we both felt jet lag, which makes absolutely no sense because we're in the same time zone. It was a very short flight. I don't know if it's just the extreme difference between the coast and what goes on here in the city. Air pollution could be a factor because it's really, really bad here. It's one of the worst cities in the world, and you can see it in the air. We're kind of used to that because like we spent a lot of time in cities like Bangkok and Ho Chi Minh City. Those are notoriously polluted. And then of course Mexico City is also known for that, and here we are. We have the big reveal. Ta-da! Looks good, babe.
Thank you, Birdie.
So now, because we are going to be living here for a full month, we're going to try to hit up a couple of specialty grocers.
We are looking for non-dairy products.
Right. These types of stores, though, the drawback often is that they're much more expensive than a regular grocery store that might sell the same products sometimes. So we're going to hit up some of those, and we do still shop at the larger grocery stores for some like basic necessities.
Toilet paper.
Paper towels. So we're first going to go to a place called Mr. Tofu. All right, we have located Mr. Tofu. Let's check it out. Hola. Look at all these options. Oh, look, they have your favorite salad slices. Okay, so we did Mr. Tofu. It was so-so. They had some stuff that we liked.
We need to put the prices on.
Yeah, it's so irritating when you go into a store and nothing, or almost nothing, is marked with a price. You have to ask. So we're going to go to another place we found. It's like a 35-minute walk. So we're going through La Condesa right now, which is one of the neighborhoods a lot of expats stay in. Not our neighborhood. Ours is pretty far from here. We're staying in it's called the Doctores. All the street names are like named after doctors. So I think we go that way. The place we're headed to is called Culinary Vegetal, I believe.
For nuts and seeds.
Yeah, mostly
This
for
one.
nuts and seeds. Yeah, because I'm looking for walnuts and pumpkin seeds and chia seeds and all kinds of stuff like that. It's a requirement in my life and yours too.
That's true.
So yeah, we're still walking through the La Condesa area. I think we're going to go through some of Roma Norte as well, which is also a big expat or tourist area to stay. Hear a lot of English on the street in these areas. We're still on the way. We're getting close.
It's been like 35 minutes.
Yeah. Trying to record and there's like probably copyrighted music going on behind us, really loud. So we let that guy with that boombox pass because he was like walking behind us the whole way.
Largest USB anybody carry around for their music. Bless them.
So we let him pass so that we can actually record, because that I probably couldn't use because we'd get a copyright strike. Anyway, we're getting really close to this place. It's so going to be worth it. I can feel it.
Nuts and seeds.
Oh look, it's a place called Daddy. Scott just saw a dirty door he has to go capture. Okay, so we think we found it. The outside says it's called Plantasia, but that's a restaurant. There's a little store next door.
This is not nuts and seeds.
Yeah, this isn't it at all. They do have some stuff. Okay. So I think it's at that other address.
Get some toothpaste.
Oh wait, that is it. Culinary Vegetal. This isn't it at all. This isn't at all what the pictures showed. Maybe that other address. See, this is really strange because if you there's an app called Happy Cow that lists a lot of vegan options all over the world. And if you map it from their app, it doesn't take you here. It takes you somewhere else a little bit farther from here. So maybe they have like 2 locations. This is definitely not it. Because if this is it, this is a sad disappointment. All right, so Scott ran back in and bought one thing here. What is it?
Toothpaste.
Dr. Bronner's toothpaste. So it wasn't for nothing that we walked all this way. So now we have to backtrack because apparently I was wrong. It wasn't even in the right place.
Because normally I use Trader Joe's fluoride-free toothpaste, which is delightful. This is a good alternative.
So we have to backtrack just a little bit, not too far, like 11 minutes, and then we should be good. Oh, there you go.
Vale, gracias.
Yeah. We just helped somebody start their car down the street so they could pop the clutch and start it.
Which reminds us of
Romania.
Romania.
We did that in Brasov when we had a crappy rental car that died on us. I think it worked. So we pushed it out of the parking space. Thankfully there was a little hill.
And I was like, gosh, I hope I remember how to do this.
I know. I think I've only done that once or twice in my life.
I hadn't done that since I was like 17.
Yeah. Which was a long time ago.
What is that? Who was that?
How long ago? It wasn't that long ago.
No, it was yesterday.
Okay, we are getting close. I think it's the next street. Should be Sinaloa. Is that how you say that? Yeah. Isn't that a Mexican state?
And a cartel.
And a cartel. Shh. Don't say that too loud. We took a wrong turn. So now we're going back to the busy street. One more block, Sinaloa that way, I think.
Gay twins.
Gay twins. Okay, we found it, and we switched cameras because the little one I was using died. So yeah, we found the street. Estado Natural. Yeah, this is looking like it's gonna be it. sliced almonds, which is great. Let me get some of those. I'm happy to report I got a bag full of seasoned nuts. $25 worth, which I don't think was too bad because we got quite a bit. I think the bulk of that was the pumpkin seeds. They look
The ones we bought in France.
Yeah, they look super green.
So good.
All the other ones we've been finding are like really pale looking. Yeah, they just don't look very good. We're gonna go try the other address that was given for it, which is like another 15-minute walk. There's no signs. We're looking for the street called Merida. I think this is it. And this is specifically for walnuts. It's the best nut. And
So by all means, spend 2.5 hours walking around Mexico City for walnuts. You want walnuts? We'll get you walnuts.
okay, it's supposed to be right over here. Let's hope it's still there. I think it used to be right here. Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is where it used to be. You can shoot.
No walnuts for you.
SOL on walnuts in Mexico City. Can you believe that? A city of 22 million people, I think. There's no walnuts to be found anywhere in this entire city. It's amazing. I mean, I'm sure there are. It's just we haven't come across them. Okay, so we were gonna be lazy and get an Uber back to our place, but we're not. We're gonna walk it. It's 21 minutes, 1.4K. So
We're gonna find out how long we've been walking today.
yeah, because we both have our phones on us, so they've been tracking our steps.
That's right.
We think it's gonna be a lot. It's not gonna be a record or anything. We've done way more walking than this in a day.
20-something thousand.
Oh, easily. If not
24,000.
30,000.
I think we did in New York.
Something like that. Gotta pick up my bag of nuts and go down the street. Just walking with my sack of nuts down the street in Mexico City. So earlier I was talking about how I thought that we both felt kind of jet lagged, even though that made no sense because we're in the same time zone. It was a short flight. What do you think?
Well, I think we forget because we were born at altitude and lived most of our lives at a high altitude, that when we go to sea level and then you come up in altitude, you experience hypoxia, which can make you feel very sluggish and tired.
Yeah.
And we both had kind of dull headaches. But that only lasted like a day.
Half or two. Yeah.
But it still makes us really tired, and like I feel fine now.
Yeah, I feel much better now because we've been here for 2 full days. I guess you lose a lot of it when you're at sea level for a long time, and we have been. We were at sea level for 3 solid months here recently.
But they do say that people that were born at altitude, not just people in Colorado, but any altitude, they are genetically modified to acclimate faster than those who are born at sea level.
GMO. We're GMO.
So where it might take somebody 5 days to acclimate, it only takes us 2 to 3, which isn't that huge of a difference.
it's
Like
like
a superpower, but
yeah, 'cause this is the 3rd day we've been here, and I feel pretty much normal now. I definitely notice the pollution.
yeah,
Kind of gross, but
yeah.
we spend a lot of time in these types of
22
cities.
million people, you gotta expect something.
Yeah,
And at altitude, we know Denver can be very high in pollution.
yeah, at times. Because of the air and the way where the city sits. I think Mexico City's a lot like Denver, kind of sits down and it's surrounded by
bowl.
higher land, so the air doesn't escape easily. Okay guys, we made it back into our place finally. That was the day. So here's our haul from Mr. Tofu. The grand total for these items right here was just over $40. Can you believe that? That's outrageous. This alone, these B12 90 tabs, was $15. That's pretty expensive. These are like a special treat. I won't even tell you how much these cost. It's kind of embarrassing what we paid for those. Anyway, so without this, all of this was about $25. Way more than we normally would spend on stuff, but we've been having a hard time finding stuff. And then in these bags, we have our nut and seed haul. All of these was about 500 peso, which is about $25. All of it was these pumpkin seeds. That was like $10 alone right there. And chia seeds. Sliced almonds were pretty expensive. And sunflower seeds. I have to show you how good these pumpkin seeds look. Look how green those are. That looks amazing. All the ones we've been getting here in Mexico have been very pale. And they're totally different shape too. They're like long and skinny. Different kind of pumpkin. I don't know if there are different kinds. Anyways, they're different, and I like these a lot better. So I'm glad we found these. This will last us several weeks, so it's worth it to stay healthy. You know. Scott's already in here, chilling, resting from the long walking. How many steps did we do today? Did you look yet? Scott's told me to check my steps because his isn't working. His only says 1,200, which obviously isn't right. Mine says 0. What the f***? Oh, okay. So Google Fit didn't track mine. It said 0. Samsung Health says 13,849 steps. So that's, yeah, I said about 12. I thought we did almost 14. But then it says it's only 1.2 miles. That's obviously not right. No, it says 1.47 miles. That's totally wrong. It was probably more like 5 or 6 miles. Whatever. It was a lot, and now we're glad to be back here.
Yay!
So I'm gonna do what he's doing. I'm gonna get naked. I'm gonna put my feet up on the wall, drink a lot of water, and recover from today.
Good day.
Where did you come from?
United States.
United States, okay.
Colorado.
Colorado?
We're nomads for 7 years. So we've lived all over the world.
Poor Babes has to put band-aids on his feet from his new shoes are hurting him. Oh my god, I feel so bad for you.
It's alright.
He lost his favorite sandals when we were in Cipolite on the beach one night. And it's an easy thing to do there because you're usually barefoot. And so we had sandals on for whatever reason one evening on the beach, and we forgot we had shoes. I didn't leave mine, but he did leave his.
No, I thought they were in the bag.
Yeah.
They weren't.
No,
I just walked away.
we walked away. We didn't realize that until like the next day, I think.
Yeah, and I love them.
Yeah. So we can't find that brand anywhere here in Mexico. So we found some other sandals just yesterday, and they're great sandals. They're kind of similar to what he had, but they're hurting his feet because he hasn't really walked on them at all until now.
So now I have
He's all bandaged up.
see my hideous feet that have been around the world. They look like it.
I think because we're out and about today, and it's getting worse. It's not getting better.
Do I have to buy some socks?
So Scott's going to be the socks with sandals guy today, we think. And now we are going to try a ramen place called The Ramen. It is not all plant-based, even though the name kind of seems like it would be. It has rave reviews, so they have a very large vegan menu, and people rave about it. So we're going to give it a try.
That's right, and it's going to be delicious because we love a noodle.
We love a vegan ramen. We're both going to get this one here. And then to drink, we're going to get Frisada Strawberry.
Okashi.
Okashi?
Okashi. Okashi. That's the name.
Okay, our ramen has arrived.
This looks amazing. different. I mean, Rocky Mountain Ramen is probably still the best that I've ever tasted, but
Pretty good. I have to say, it's pretty good. All right, so we have solved Scott's foot issue. His band-aids kept coming off, and we're doing a lot of walking, so I give him my socks.
it's very sweet.
Because I can walk with no socks in these shoes, no problem. But he cannot in his new shoes. We also noticed he's wearing one sock inside out. That's exactly what I would do with those socks. That's exactly what I would do with those socks.
One inside out, one not?
Yeah, I do that all the time.
Why
Like
one?
usually it's an accident and I just leave it because I don't
Oh.
care. We are currently walking through an area called La Condesa. It's a very popular area for expats and tourists.
Very pretty.
To stay. Yeah, it's a very nice neighborhood. We actually tried to get a place to stay in this neighborhood, but it's hard on short notice to get a place for a solid month in an area like this. That's not just outrageously expensive. So we didn't. So that's why we're staying where we're at. We have a great place, and because of where it's located, the demand isn't such that everything was taken. So we were able to get a place for a solid month without breaking the bank. The whole block is a dirty door.
I told you to stay over there.
I didn't. I had to follow you.
Oh, man.
Found walnuts. And as you can see, it was like the bottom of the barrel. So apparently they're very scarce here. We found some. We found these at a different location. This chain has like a dozen of these stores around town, which is amazing. Okay, so now that we have bought the remaining walnuts in the entire city of where are we? Mexico City. We decided, and with his feet and everything.
Wait a minute. What? My feet?
Yeah, his feet. We're gonna call an Uber to take us back because it's a 45-minute walk back from where we are, which isn't that big of a deal. But we've been walking half the day already, so we're being lazy now. And we just want to get back.
That's right.
And we get to experience a car we've never heard of. It's an Omada 05. Anybody heard of that? There's so many odd car brands here in Mexico. Ones that we've never heard of. Some of them we saw in Thailand and Vietnam. Like BYD is pretty big here. We see a lot of those cars here. And they're nice cars too.
MGs, the larger MGs.
You see the MG brand,
Which are actually a very delightful ride.
Yeah, first time we got
Surprised.
in one of those, we thought it was a Volkswagen actually.
Yeah.
It reminded me of a Volkswagen. Yeah. But really a lot of BYDs and Jimnys, Suzuki Jimnys, very popular here. But this car, never heard of. Omada 05. Guess we'll find out. Omada. Hola. You were riding in an Omada for the first time ever.
I know.
Who makes this car? So I just looked it up, and Omada is a Chinese brand. Their parent company is called Cherry. It's a nice car. It rides nice. Before you open your door, if somebody's coming like on a bike or something, it tells you to not open the door. Have you ever seen that on a car anywhere? Any model?
No.
Have you? Let us know if you have.
For information on how to directly support our naturism advocacy and how to gain access to the naturist versions of this and many of our other videos, please visit our website, birdieandbambam.com.